Hello and welcome to God's Minute. I'm Pastor Jonathan Conrad. I'm the senior pastor at St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Wilmington, North Carolina. Today we continue Psalter Call, which is our look at the book of Psalms during the season of Lent. And today's passage has me thinking about dating. So let's get to it. As a deer longs for flowing streams, so my soul longs for you, O God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and behold the face of God? My tears have been my food day and night, while people say to me continually, where is your God? When I lived in Pennsylvania, I lived right near a back road that was famous for the number of deer that you could see while you were driving. Now, of course, that meant that I had to be real careful on that road, and I wanted to make sure I didn't hit one of God's creatures. Now, let me tell you the day that I really was grateful to have the deer so close to me. Kristen and I had only been dating about a month, and I knew she had a special place in her heart for animals, especially for deer. And where she lived, deer were not anywhere around. So I knew I could earn some very important boyfriend points with her. So I took her on a trip down that road where she saw more deer than she had ever seen before. She was so excited that I parked on the side of the road so she could soak in the moment. It was really cool, not only for Kristen and not only for me as her boyfriend, seeing her happy, but also because it was a wonderful moment for the two of us to be in the middle of God's presence. Humans, deer, living in the same space, the same place, making our ways in life. In our psalm, the writer is talking about their thirst for God's presence, painting this picture with words filled with desperation and thirst, comparing it to a deer looking for a creek filled with water. It is a very somber poem, and my heart goes out to the writer. But one thing the writer knows, and one thing we know, is that God is present. God is around. God abides with us. God will not leave the writer alone in their pain. God will reconnect the writer with joy and hope. That is what the writer is counting on. And that is what we count on as well. When we feel dried up, we know that God will make his presence known. God has promised to do that, and God keeps that promise. But what we need to do is to keep our eyes, our ears, and all our senses open to God's presence. The loved ones, the family, the friends, the music, the church, the community, those people around us, those sounds around us show us that God is here, that God is working, that God is right here where we need God the most. We just need to park and look around and let God show us. And that will do it for me today. Thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow for another edition of God's Minute. Until then, take care and God bless. We invite you to worship with us during this season of Lent. You can choose from the following options: our 9 a.m. outdoor service with Holy Communion in the St. Paul's parking lot, masks are required, or 11 a.m. indoor service with Holy Communion. This service has limited seating, so sign up is required. Masks are required as well. The service is also live streamed on our YouTube channel so you can worship with us from your home. During Lent, we will have a midweek live stream Lenten worship service every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. This service can be found on our YouTube channel. If you are looking for a place to worship, come to St. Paul's, where all means all. We also welcome your financial contributions to the ministries at St. Paul's. You can give via online, text, mail, and setting up a bank draft. Thank you for your continued support of St. Paul's and its mission to bring God to all people.